Welcome back to Channels Business Global with me, Juliana Olayinka, from our studios here in London. In a few minutes, I'll be speaking with Marius Reich, the General Manager at Africa for Luno. But before then, here's some company news for you. Sports retailers JD Sports and Foot Asylum have been fined almost £5 million by the UK's competition regulator for breaching rules related to their blocked merger. Amid a probe of the proposed £90 million deal, the two firms are accused of exchanging commercially sensitive information which they failed to report to the watchdog. The Competition and Markets Authority said these actions had the potential to affect competition in the market and lead to anti-competitive behaviour. The deal has since collapsed. Data released by China's National Bureau of Statistics revealed that the country's official consumer price index came in at 0.9% in January, down from a rise of 1.5% in December. The price of pork, a staple meat on Chinese plates, plunged by 41.6% compared with a year earlier, which contributed heavily to the fall in food prices. The subdued inflation data gives the country's central bank more leeway to ease monetary policy as Beijing strives to revive an economy battered by a property downturn and ongoing high COVID-19 infection rates. NatWest is to close 32 branches in the UK this year as customers switch to using online services. Over 4,500 high street bank branches have been closed within the past 7 years, raising fears that less tech-savvy customers could struggle to manage their money. NatWest said most staff will be redeployed to suitable roles within the branch network. The Dutch economy grew 0.9% in the fourth quarter of 2021, despite a surge in coronavirus infections that led to the closing of bars, restaurants and many non-essential stores. The Netherlands is the Eurozone's fifth largest economy, and GDP recovered 4.8% last year, following an unprecedented decline of 3.8% in 2020. Last week, the government said it intends to remove most coronavirus restrictions by the end of the month. Shares in the home rental agency Airbnb rallied earlier this week after bosses reported strong fourth-quarter trade results. The San Francisco-based firm has become a surprising beneficiary of the embattled travel industry as travelers left their city dwellings for suburban retreats while they worked away from the office. For the 3 months to the end of December, revenue grew 78% year-on-year to $1.53 billion. Airbnb has a market capitalization of $114.4 billion and currently has 5.6 million active listings in 100,000 cities across the world. The Singapore bank DBS reported a strong net profit for the 3 months to the end of December at just over $1 billion. During the full year, profit for Southeast Asia's largest lender rose 44% to a record $6.8 billion. Bosses cite a 9% growth in loans, the highest in 7 years, alongside a surge in wealth management and transaction banking service fees, which offset the impact of lower interest rates. The boom follows a weak pandemic-hit year when profit tumbled to a 3-year low in the fourth quarter. To our final story now. Despite the year-long ban of cryptocurrency use in Nigeria, the country remains one of the world leaders when it comes to crypto adoption. Nigeria doesn't have a law that governs cryptocurrency yet, and concerns about regulating the booming sector are not limited to the continent. The risks of trading and hacking are yet to deter fans, though, who insist that the tech is secure. Recently, Goldman Sachs forecast that Bitcoin will soon compete with gold as a haven for long-term investment. Well, for more on this, I'm now being joined by Marius Reich, the General Manager of Africa for Luno. Luno is one of the leading global crypto exchanges in the world, with more than 3 million users based in Nigeria. Marius joins me from Johannesburg. Marius Reich, it's a pleasure to have you on Channels Business Global. Now, these regulations concerning cryptocurrency or Bitcoin, they're not unique to Nigeria. Over the past 18 or so months, I've spoken to several people about the Financial Conduct Authority here in the UK. They've raised the alarm, as well as other institutions across the world. Do you think that these concerns are being taken aboard? Is the cryptocurrency market maturing?
Hello, Juliana. Yes, I think there are two certainties in technology, and that is innovation and regulation. All disruptive technologies such as cryptocurrency encounter regulation on the path to mass adoption over time. And the same is true for Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. It's a new technology. It will face certain issues such as scaling issues. There will be consumer protection issues around scams. But I think over the past 5 years or so, the technology has improved significantly. Just last week, the US law enforcement agency seized more than $3 billion worth of cryptocurrency from previous scams. And I think that is a testament to the fact that the cryptocurrency industry isn't the Wild West that most people want to believe it is. And that we now have the technology to really monitor transactions and to ensure that cryptocurrency and the benefits of using cryptocurrency can be used by honest people. So I do think a lot of these concerns raised are being addressed in a global coordinated manner. We've seen regulations being introduced in markets such as Malaysia, where Luno is a regulated cryptocurrency asset exchange, working with the Malaysian regulators there, and similarly in other markets as well. So there's a clear trend globally to regulate, and we think that's a good thing.
Absolutely. We know that it's been just over a year now since the Central Bank of Nigeria put out that blanket ban. I know you've got about 3 million users in Nigeria. Do you think it's in the best interest of the government or the financial institutions to overturn this ban? People are still clearly finding ways to trade crypto. Have you had any discussions with them?
I think we have to acknowledge the central banks are in a difficult position. They have to manage this balancing act. At the one side, they have to protect consumers. On the other side, they need to ensure that they don't stifle innovation and that they can still be seen as a sort of innovative market for companies to come and establish themselves. And I think we're seeing the same in Nigeria and across other African markets. The challenge with a blanket ban ultimately is that you push the market underground, and the impact of that is zero visibility on certain important things such as transaction volumes, the number of residents engaging in cryptocurrency, new use cases in the market. So there's lots of visibility that goes out of the window whenever a blanket ban is introduced, because regulators lose that touch point with the market players such as Luno. So it makes the market less transparent. Luno is convinced that regulation is the best way forward to protect consumers, but also to ensure that Nigerians and Nigeria remains as one of the major innovation hubs in Africa and globally. So we do think that ultimately we will see regulation, and Luno is open to working with the Central Bank of Nigeria to try and reach a middle point where we can protect consumers, but at the same time we can also grow the industry and grow the market responsibly.
Absolutely. There's no pushing crypto underneath the rug. Before I let you go, Marius, I've got to ask you about your expansion. Luno doing exceptionally well, and not just on the continent. You've recently decided to enter the US market. I can imagine that's pretty competitive. What piqued your interest there?
Yeah, we're very happy. We're about to sign up 10 million customers globally, so we're very happy with the growth. Luno's mission is to upgrade the world to a better financial system. We want to expose more people globally, and our objective is to expose 1 billion people to crypto by 2030. And the US, is integral to that objective, being a very big market, 300 million people. And it's one of the more sophisticated markets globally when it comes to cryptocurrency, things like regulation, things like innovation, new use cases being developed, institutional interest as well. So we think that we're still very early on. We think that most people still don't understand cryptocurrency. And we think that there's still a very, very big opportunity over the next 5 to 10 years to take crypto to people globally, and to enable people a safe and easy way to dip their toes into crypto, really. So the US is a big opportunity for us, and it's a market that we will focus on over the course of this year as well.
Absolutely. The risks are there, but the fans just keep on trading, don't they? Marius Reich, General Manager for Africa at Luno, thank you so much for joining me on the show today. Thank you. Well, sadly, that's all we have time for today, but do get in touch with your comments and suggestions. I'll see you at the same time next week for more in-depth business analysis on Channels Business Global. Goodbye.